Creatives, how are you? Welcome back to the Nerd Creative channel. Building Miniature Worlds. USS Enterprise NCC 1701D. Part 2. In this video, we'll be completing this model. This is where we left off here. So we have these two pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect these two pieces together. So the first thing we have to do is check. So we have, I don't know if you can see, we've got like two kind of buckle shapes there, and we've got to marry those up with the two lugs here and here. So I'm going to put the first one in place. So I'm going to slot that in place there, and then I'm going to fold it on itself. Let me just make sure it's lined up properly there. I'm just going to fold it back onto itself. Grab yourself a coffee, sit back, relax and enjoy. So I'm just going to see. Right, so that's in place. So I'm just going to fold it. So that one folded down. And then we get the one on this side, and we feed that into the buckle shape. So we can feed them both in at the same time. One in there. So yeah, I got these those together. I had to do it off camera because it was just so tiny. So we've got we've got some more buckles here. As you can see, if I can just see, there's a buckle here. I'm just going to pass this this node through here. Let me just see. Just need to line it up. This is straight at 90 degrees. I'm just going to slide it into here. There. And then we fold it back on itself. 90 degrees there. That's that one. There's one on this side as well. So I'm just going to line these two up together as well. And it'll start to close the two sections of the saucer. So I'm just going to see if I could marry the two together. Just going to drop it down a little bit. It might be pointing up too high. Let's turn it there. There. Just need to fold them back on itself there, like that. And then we've got these here. I'm just going to cut this one off. See, so we've got one here, here. I'm just going to cut this little tiny bit off. So we've got all these here. I've got these nodes that are hanging about. I'm just going to cut this bit off as well. This extra piece. And then these need to fold back on themselves as well. And it will start to connect the rest of the saucer section, the upper and the lower, together. So that's there. That's that one. Same with this one. Just bend it around, and it just gives it more points of connection. Let's just squash that in place there. Same with this one. See there, we just want to fold it down over it and back on itself. There. Same with this piece. And this one, just keep working our way around so that we are connecting both saucer sections together. Same with these two at the front here. Bending it round there, and cut cut this bit off here because this tiny bit here is not meant to be there. So I'm just going to trim that off. Then we've got one last one here to bend around, should I say. Let's just look our way. So there, that is our two pieces of saucer section connected, and then we have our neck here. See, so it's looking more and more like the shape of the USS Enterprise D, as you can see there, and the light's just gleaming off it. It's got all this amazing detail on it. So the next thing that we have to do doesn't actually have anything to do with the ship itself, but it has to do with the stand. So firstly, we need to cut this section out, which is the Starfleet insignia. We just clip it off, and it's 3 sections. That's the first section there, the Starfleet insignia. The second section is over here, this section here. So I'm just going to clip that off. Making sure it comes apart now. Let's get our tweezers out, just prise it away. Still seems to be connected there. Okay, let's just release it out of the housing. Look there, it's coming out. There it is. That section there, and then we just need this long section here as well, and those all come part of the stand for the ship. Let's just clip it out. Turn it over and get the other sides done. So those are 3 pieces there. You can see this one, it's got kind of got like a, you can see, yeah, you can see it's got like lines on it. So how this goes together, so we need to fold down these 2 sides here, that side there, and this side here folds down there. Let's make sure we've got it folding properly on the crease there and there, and we're kind of getting this kind of shape here, and then we've got to feed these nodes here through the holes. If you can see on the back, you can see these holes here. You've got to feed them through those holes. So I'm going to do the first one, or the first two. Line the first one up. Yep, so it goes like that. First one in there, second one in there, and the third one in there. Then we turn it over, and then we fold them back on themselves in different directions so that they don't wobble. So I'm going to bend that one that way around there, that way around there, just flatten that out there, and then I'm going to bend this one that way around there, and then this one that way around. So that they don't slide out, because they're all bent the same way. So that's one side done. Then we'll just do the other side. We'll just line up its holes, which are around here. So get this one in here. Just get it lined up and pushed through there, that one. And then we'll just bend it that way around. And just fold it. There, that one there, and then this one we need to push through the little hole on that side there, and we'll bend that the other way around. So we'll bend that this way around, just squash it into place. So there's the start of our stand, which the Enterprise will sit on, as you can see, and there's the insignia there. And then we've got a hole here, 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 and here, which is for this section here. And this section goes all the way around, so I'm going to curve it right round. And then we've got that buckle and loop there. Buckle and loop shape going on that. So I'm going to bend that buckle in like that, so that this passes through it. Just make sure we bend the buckle and not the rest of it. Let me just straighten that back up again and just bend the buckle, which is really small. So I'm just going to grab the end of the buckle and I'm just going to bend it around like that, just to there. And I'm going to pass this through there. And then what we need to do is we just need to make sure that it makes the same shape. So start to feed these in. So we've got 2 at the bottom and 2 at the top. So I'll do the top ones first. So I'll do that one there in first. I'll do one at a time, and I can get the shape that I'm looking for. So I'm going to get the first one in, and then I'm going to fold it down. That, just squeeze it in place. That, all the way down. That's the first one in. And we'll do the second one in here. And we can start to make this proper shape, proper curve there. Just need to pull it out a little bit to make the shape. So I'm going to bend this down inwards. I'm going to see if I can bend it inwards. Like that. And then continue to follow it round and get this one in, which goes here, right there. I'm going to bend that one outwards. There. So we start to feed these around. So this one, that one's in there, so we need this one in here. And then I'm going to bend that one inwards. There. And we just need to join these two together with the buckle and loop. And there we go. That's our base finished. It's our stand for the Enterprise. You can see the insignia there. So the next thing we need to do is we need to get the bottom of our secondary hull. Just checking which is this piece here. So I'm just going to cut it out. And we've got a couple of holes there. We've got 2 holes there and 2 holes there, and they line up with the holes on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend this in to make the shape of our secondary hull, which has that's our deflector dish there. So I'm just going to bend these up like that so that it makes the shape of our secondary hull. Just going to bend these two. So if I bend it up like that and then fit this in place, there, let's bend it round to there, and then on the other side. So that's the shape of the underside of the secondary hull. And what we've got to do is we've got to connect these two together. So what we need to do is we've got, if you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, we've got to bend them up like that. bend all 4 of them up so they can slot through the secondary hull. That's 2. That's 3. We'll just get the 4th one done. Just have them pointing upwards like that there, as you can see. See that pointed upwards, and we have to feed them through. So I think I'll do the back ones first, if I can't do them all at the same time. So I might have to do them all at the same time, and just make sure they're all the same angle. Sit out and then get our secondary, the underside of our secondary hull in place. Might need to bend these back a little bit so that they'll line up properly with the secondary hull. I think I have to bend them back slightly more. Might be this one here. Just bend it back slightly more, so that they slot into the secondary hull. I forget seem to have got 2 of them in. Just need to straighten them out a little bit so that all 4 of them go in at the same time. The 2 back ones and the 2 front ones, that they all go in at the same time. There. I think they're all in. Well, the 2 back ones are in, so I'm going to bend them down different angles. Just turn it around and just see if I can get our 2 front ones lined up. There, so 2 front ones are lined up now. There. I'm just going to rebend that back in place. So you see, we've got our secondary hull attached. Just bend that back in place. So we've got our secondary hull lined up. So I need to bend this one down. There we go. So our secondary hull lined up in place. Just need to bend these back into shape. Okay. So we need to cut out the drive sections, which are here, here and here, the drive sections of our secondary hull. That's one. And this one here. That's our two drive sections there. So one will be on the top and then one will be underneath. So they'll sit like that, one on top of the other. I think that's the underside. Okay, we need to attach them together. So this is how it works. There's a buckle on that side and a buckle on that side, and then on this one there's 4 buckles on there. So what happens is the one with the 2 buckles sits on top of the one with the 4 buckles there, and then what we've got to do is we've got to bend them because they're going to be supporting the warp nacelles. So I'm just going to bend them both together around like that there to create that shape, and then I'll do the same on this side. So we just need to bend them up like that. Okay, I'm actually going to bend them further so they're actually almost straight, like a right angle, and that will there. As you can see, that's where the warp nacelle goes on there. Same on the other side. So what we've got to do is we've got to attach checking to see who. So we've got some nodes here on the underside. So what we've got to do is to attach these 2 sections together. What we have to do is, let me just make sure they're lined up properly. There, I'm going to flatten these out again, and I'm going to bend them together again because they don't seem to be fully lined up. So I'm just going to bend them again like that on that side there, and then I'm going to do the same on the other side. I'm going to straighten them out because they seem to be slipping a little bit. I'm straighten them both out like that, line them up properly on all sides, and then I'm going to bend them again on this line here. Just bend them round. There we go. Yeah. And how we attach them is with these nodes. You see there's 1, 2 there, so we just need to bend, so we just need to bend these over the top there. Same with this one. Just bend it back on itself and it clamps onto the top there. That's that one. And then we've got one on that side and one on that side. We've got to do the same with those as well. And it holds these 2 together. Let's just make sure. So we just need to spin it around a bit. So we need to just bend that round the top. Same with this one, round the top. Just keep following that round. Just keep bending them round and flattening it on the top. Same with this one. Just make sure that's going all the way around. That's our two drives in place. So we've got to get this drive section onto this bottom section here, and there are two holes. It's got to line them up. And the very, very small. Let me just see. Okay, yep. There. Just trying to see if I can line them up now. Line the holes up. Yeah, so I managed to get this dorsal drive in place. So we've just got this middle section here that will sit over here, and then it will connect with the saucer section. So let's give them, let's cut these out. That's this plate in here, and this is going to sit here. So what we've got to do is we've got to fold down the sides there and there, and we're going to create like a curve section. Where we meet these two together. Just gonna slot that in that side. And then one on the other side. that's that one in. And that gives it that kind of shape that we're looking for. There. I'm just looking to see how it all connects. So it seems to connect, let's see, like a buckle and loop effect. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and trying to see, and then it feeds into the back as well. There. Just checking. 1, 2, 3. I just need to cut these excess pieces off here. One there. And one there. And then we just got to feed it all together. So these, one goes in there. And the other one goes in there. Just gonna slot it in. I'll do this side first. So feed that one in there. See if I can feed this side in as well. Ooh, it needs to bend downwards. Let me just. Well, we've got one side in anyway, so we've got that one side in. And we'll just feed it down there. Feed it in on itself. Let's get that in. There, that's that one done. So we just need to get the other side in. I need to just flatten it a little bit. So that it lines up with that slit. It's very, very, very small, so it's hard to see. I'm just wondering if it's got a bend in it or something that's stopping it from going in that hole. Just bend it around a little bit. Yep, that's it through. It's through. So I just need to there. So that's the back in place. So we just got to feed these other parts in place now. Got one in. And just feed a couple of these in. Got the first one, the first back one in there. And now let's do the next one on this side. That's through. And then the last one on this side. pull this section out. Make sure we start feeding these buckle and loops together. So we'll start off with the first one, which is there, and the second one. I've got them both in. So I'm going to pull that one that way. And I'm going to do this one the other way. There. As you can see, it's starting to take shape. We've got two at the front that I need to kind of, I might have to bend that round a little bit. To get it to fit in. Pull that in. This is where we are with the model there. You see that the secondary hull has been attached to the saucer section there. Next thing we have to do is the warp nacelles. I've not attached the model to the base yet. I'm going to do that at the end. So here we are with the warp nacelles, which are almost the last pieces to go together. So I'm going to separate all 4 warp nacelles. Connected by 3 lugs. And there's an upper and a lower section to each warp nacelle. So I'm just going to release all 4 sections. There's one more on here. And then we've got the final one here, and then we've only got one more piece left, which is here, which is the bridge. So let's just release these lugs. I was calling them nodes before, but it's only because I forgot the word lug. Just turn that around. Clip these lugs away. Sometimes they don't want to come out. It's just, there's one. And then the final one, which is up here. Clip that. There. That releases. See, that one's still quite attached. Yeah, it doesn't want to come away. It's just there. So we've got 4 sections, and 2 are the same and 2 are not the same. Let's see. Let's have a look to see. So we've got 2 there with lugs on them, and 2 here with buckles on them. So how it'll work is that will go there, and that'll go there. Just flatten that out there. So then we've got an upper and a lower there, and an upper and a lower there. So what we need to do is we need to bend them round. So we'll start at the back here, start bending them down. Let's clip these little pieces off. Just fold them down. So they start to create that curved shape at the back of the warp nacelle there. As you can see, there it's curved at the back. And we do the same at the front. So bend this one down, and this one, so they all line up next to each other. There, we get that shape. And then we've got to bend these sides down. So we get the full shape of the nacelle. And on the other side. There, we get a shape like that. Let me just tidy it up. So we get there, we get that warp nacelle shape there. And we do the same with this piece. So we change it from this to this, where it looks more like a warp nacelle. So we'll bend these down as well. There. Gives us that curved shape at the front, and then on the back of again on this one. So we'll just curve it down. Sorry, bend it down there and here. There we get that curved shape, and then we do the sides on here as well. So we'll start here. Start to tease it downwards. And then on the other side we do the same. This is the one with the lugs on it. Tease it down there. See, there we go. Just a little bit more on this side. See, there we go. So that's that upper and lower warp nacelles. We'll do the same with these ones here. The other side. They're cut in such a way that they will slot together once they've been folded down. And then we'll do the sides. I'm just holding this flat end against that line where it bends, just teasing it round. Until it meets up with this end piece there. Same again on this side, just teasing it around. this last one here to do. It's easier to do if you've got the right tools. Like these are a strong pair of tweezers that didn't come with any of the kits. I bought these separately. And they've got kind of like a very hard edge and a point to them as well, so they can be used for different builds. So that's just make sure that's okay. Make sure that's down there. Okay, so we do the sides on this final nacelle. Just lining up and teasing it round. We want quite a sharp edge on it, so there's no bending in it at all, like that there. Smooth, sharp edge. Same on this side. We have to turn them that way. And if you've got any gaps between here and here, we just pull that down so it closes the gaps. Just make sure there's no gaps there. So those are our 4 warp nacelles, all looking like what they should look like. So I've attached the bridge at the top, and then I've attached it to the base. So if we can have a look at it now. There we go. That's our USS Enterprise D, gleaming in the light. And that is the completed model. That is the completed model of the NCC 1701D USS Enterprise. We've got merch for the channel, new merch. We've got a Stay Creative range. Link is in the description. Get what you want. I'd like to thank you for your company. I'll see you in the next video. Stay creative.